VLPSos here. This is a video lesson for Python Programming Gallery. This is a project video. I'm going to show you an example of a completed project, then look at the objectives, and then show you the project again. We'll run this file. What we have is a graphic screen. There is no user interaction. This is simply a presentation, a display. What's being displayed is a single image that has been loaded and altered three ways. The image was not altered by software. The pixels in the image were altered by the code file that I programmed. The original image is labeled. It's a picture of the planet Jupiter. The image has been centered on a surface filled with gray. The original image has been tinted blue, made negative, and did a horizontal reflection which doesn't change the color but changes the position of the pixels. The modifications of the image have been put on their own surface filled with a different color, centered, and all four of these surfaces have been displayed in quadrants with regular borders around them. This is a well-organized presentation of a modified image. Let's take a look at the objectives. Make an elegant display of a picture and some alterations. Objectives. Program must load and make use of a single photorealistic picture from a subfolder called Images. And we can see on the left I have the folder of the resources for this program. I have the file, which is the program code itself. I have palette, which I'm importing. Palette is a shared file for those that are collaborating in the class. I have a second code file because when I make these videos, I prepare one as the original and another as a modification for the purposes of making a video, but that's unnecessary if you are doing this project for the class. What is necessary is we have subfolders for our resources. There are no sound effect resources in this program, at least not in the objectives. But the images that we're going to use, only one is in that subfolder. Continuing with the objectives, the code must make at least 3 different kinds of alterations of the original. One alteration must be a tint. I did a blue tint in my example, and one must be some kind of reflection. I did a horizontal reflection of the center line of the picture in the example. The third may be a negative, grayscale, or custom alteration, but not a second tint or reflection. So a tint, a reflection, and then one of something else. Each alteration and the original must be displayed together on a well-formatted screen with borders around each picture. The pictures each need a font-rendered title that describes their style of alteration, which describes it fairly accurately. And as always, code must be user-friendly. This is a program which needs no user interaction, just a pleasing, well-organized display. And under coder-friendly, as always, use space, descriptive names for variables, lots of comments, short line lengths, etc. And the colors must be imported from palette.py, which is a file that's included in the location of the project. I'm going to run it again. And of course, the alterations of the pixels of the original were accomplished by the code of the program, not by software, and then loaded by the program. We're learning how to alter pictures ourselves. Have fun.